This team is going to take on the identity of this city, all right? And this city's been down, and it found a way to get up, all right? It's found a way to overcome adversity, all right? And so this team's going to be built on, we're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
That's right. You heard it from the man himself. Said we taking kneecaps all day. Shout out to Matthew Huntley for thinking outside the box. I didn't even remember, like, duh, post-game show doesn't necessarily have to be right after the game. I had to do a stream because of a 49er fan that has spent over 300 hours in my stream, and I owed him a game. So that's what I did. But we are on now, and the Detroit Lions did something that only I gave them credit for doing. Yes, that would be me. Let me see if I can bring up. I made a video saying that I could see an upset. Now, you might have to go back, way back, in order to see that video. But I did make a video saying that the Detroit Lions could upset the Arizona Cardinals. I'm trying to pull up the stats right now so we can look at this thing. What a game. Dominated from start to finish. Did something that they hadn't done, which is keep the lead. I don't think they gave it up all game. And it was a game that I was unable to do the first half, so maybe we should keep doing more of that. Okay, Gamecast. Nope. Yep, here we go. Let's go to team stats. All right, so let me see. MicroMike says apparently not. Where we at? Yes. So, Mike. Yes. So it's kind of a long story, bro. But, I got the link if you want to get in. So the Detroit Lions are move up to 2-11-1. Bad news, though. If you are a Lions fan who wanted the first overall pick, we have lost that as of today with 3 games left. I do know that the Jaguars and Jets play each other, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody plays somebody coming up, so that could help us as well. But the Lions have the number 2 pick. Now, depending on how you're looking at this thing, the Lions are in good position. I love it. I'm taking a win all day long. All right, let me pull this in real quick. Make sure y'all can't see. Try to get rid of all this. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the screen. Share screen, and this is the one I want to share. And we're going to add this full screen here. All right, so the Detroit Lions, man, pretty much, let me blow this thing. You see this fedora right here? I'm going to get this fedora for my DoorDash channel. Let's blow it up so y'all can see it. I think we keep it on like 200%. There we go. Lions, I think we beat them better than we beat them worse than the Rams beat them. So the Lions had 22 first downs. We had 13 from passing. We had 5 from rushing. First of all, shout out to the Reynolds rap, man. The Reynolds brothers, Craig and Josh. Lions, Dan Campbell was on it today, going forward on 4th down, 1 for 1. Total plays, they ran 62. So we ran less than the Cardinals by 11, and we still dominated when it comes to the score. Total drives, 10 yards per play. Let's go down to what I want y'all to see, though. This is what I want y'all to see. Let's go to our man. Let me reduce it because I want y'all to see Mr. JG. I think I got to reduce it enough for y'all to see that. Jared Goff, man. Is it box score? Here we go. Jared Goff. Let's blow this up. So proud of this man today, man. Here we go. Jared Goff, 21 for 26, 3 touchdowns. But here's the number right here. Right here. And you know it's bad because the Detroit Lions fans were cheering when they came into the game. when they thought he was out and he came back in, they were cheering. This is huge right here. No interceptions for Jared Goff. He only missed 5 passes. And let's go down and see what Craig, look at the receivers, bro. Now, remember, we completely dogged the receivers in the offseason. This man right here is the man that changed everything. This guy right here. These two. Once St. Brown caught that touchdown pass, look at this, man. 8 receptions, 90 yards. Josh Reynolds, 6 receptions for 68 yards. This guy right here, Khalif Raymond, I think he's not going to be here anymore. I don't think he's coming back. But Craig Reynolds, look at this. Okay, Igwebuike, he's not going to be here next year. Okay, Mike says send link. All right. Hold on. Invite, copy, Twitter. Oh, y'all can see the whole 9. Let me stop sharing real quick. Okay, Igwebuike, we got a problem, bro. We got a serious problem. I'm glad I caught that. Y'all could have saw everything. Everything, man. Give me a second. Let me get Mike up in here. Yeah, Mike, this was totally impromptu, bro. Like, I wasn't even going to do it. And Matt is like, man, you don't have to do it. Okay, Control V, sent. All right, Mike, it's up. All right, let's go back. All right, so look at this. This guy right here, Igwebuike, fumbled again. It's in his blood now. It's in his blood. What's up, Mike?
What's up, man? Victory Sunday.
Victory Sunday, bro. What's your thoughts on the game, buddy?
Oh, Lions killed it, man. This team, I tell you what, Craig Reynolds raps the real deal.
Yeah.
This guy, Jared Goff, has improved in the last 4 games.
Yes, he has.
Like a completely different quarterback. The Lions defense, Aaron Glenn, we need to pay this man to make sure he never leaves.
Absolutely, bro.
God.
Absolutely.
Jalen Reeves-Maybin, MVP on defense. He was all over the field. Amani Oruwariye, Mr. Pro Bowler himself.
Yeah.
It was good, man.
You got to pick. Laid out for it. Phenomenal from this team, man. Jared Goff, no turnovers again on the season. So,
yeah.
I mean, on the game. What's up with Igwebuike, bro? I think it's in his mind.
Igwa fumble, man. No more, bro. Like, I like his speed. He's got that breakaway speed, but he has been in 3 fumbles in the last 2 games. It's unacceptable. He needs to sit down.
Look at this. Craig Reynolds, 26 carries, 112. So we've had 2 rushers go over 100 yards this year. Jefferson was a non-factor. Igwebuike, when he fumbled, he pulled him out. Dan Campbell yanked him out, and I love that.
Time.
I love that, bro. Look at this, Mike. I was just talking about the receiving core, man. These guys here stepped up. Look at this, spreading the ball around. St. Brown, 90 yards. Reynolds, 68. Khalif Raymond's on the bubble right now, man. I don't think he comes back next year.
I don't think he comes back either.
Yeah. I think that St. Brown really came up and took that away. Okay,
Lions
let me
not
see.
The first pick in the draft, and I love it.
How do you feel about that? You don't care?
I want to win, man.
You want to win.
Winning is how you change a culture in Detroit. That's how you change it. In
2010,
2010, the Lions went 4-0 in the last 4 games. 2011, 4-0 in the preseason, and went 10 wins, and made the playoffs. Yeah. So I like winning. It does, like, you can have all the draft picks in the world. Doesn't mean anything if you ain't gonna win. So I'm happy about it. Keep winning. Imagine if they can go to Seattle, beat Seattle. I mean, beating Arizona, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. It wasn't even a beat. We beat them down.
We beat them down. Dominated from start to finish.
We smoked them.
Yeah.
It was like, and then Charles Harris, we need to extend him.
Charles Harris, bro, balling.
He's
Dude
a
was
ballin'.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I caught like bits and pieces of the first. I was listening to you for the touchdown to Reynolds. And then I'm like, oh, man. So I got bits and pieces of the first half. And I came back, and all I heard was Harris, Jalen Reeves-Maybin everywhere. You know what I mean? Like this, we were worried about linebackers, and these guys, the team has stepped up, bro. Like the defense, Aaron Glenn got these guys playing. They got these guys
Aaron
playing.
Glenn's a beast, and Frank Haley. Lions offensive line coach. This offensive line is dominant. It's just been and we're not even talking about Frank Ragnow's not even in the lineup.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
Anyone says, "Oh, Penei Sewell's a bust" or whatever, y'all looking right now. This is what happens when you have a dominant offensive line. We're just running on people like it's nothing.
I like Ed. First of all, profile pick. I see you, big dog. Says, ask Jacksonville about the #1 pick stuff. Got to have all the other pieces ready before getting that solid QB. I see that. Now, Mike, I know we've been kind of hard on Jared Goff. Last 3 games, I think he has 1 interception, two turnovers, period. I think a fumble and an interception. Playing very well. We know he's here next year. I mean, if Malik Willis falls to us and we pick him,
we're not drafting a quarterback in the first round. I'm telling you that now.
No, I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
It's off the board with that second pick in the first round. We're not taking quarterback. If Malik Willis falls, I don't even think they take him in the second round. I don't think they take quarterback in the second round. I think it's off the table at this point.
Okay.
I think the Detroit Lions are going to go best available, whatever. If we pick at 2, it'll probably be Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau who's there.
Man,
whatever, one. Match him up with Aquara. Match him up with Charles Harris. Then your defensive line is done. And I think with that second pick, they go wide receiver. I'm just looking at it right now. You'll get a Drake London. I mean, because look, we got Josh Reynolds in this offense.
I made a video, put some respect on my name. I made a video about that, bro. I said that Jared Goff needed to be. And Mike, did you hear the crowd cheer when he came back in the game?
I was like, no, don't be hurt. He's been playing so much better. He looks like the first pick in the draft.
They were cheering when he came. I said, wow, Detroit Lions fans, man.
I was too. I was like, oh, no, not Tim Boyle.
Not Tim Boyle, man.
Because he's been good. He's thrown a little bit over on some plays, but his play has been so much better the last 4 weeks.
It has.
It has. And I tell you what, if the Rams don't win a Super Bowl, we won this trade. If he plays like this the last 3 weeks, we won the trade, man.
I'm happy for Jared Goff, man. I am happy. We got the winless season off our back. That felt phenomenal. Jared Goff was smiling, man. It was good to see him smiling. The rest of the team was smiling. And I'm like, dude, the Lions are 2-1 in the last 3 games. Like, come on now. Falcons lost today. They're terrible at home. I don't know. Then we go to Seattle. Green Bay is playing for their life right now. So, I mean, Lions could get 3 wins. I don't know, man. Now it's not far-fetched to say that.
You beat Arizona, you can beat any team on the schedule. You
literally can beat any team. I said that, Mike. I said, you're talking about a 10-3 team. And we handed it to him. Let's not get it. We handed it to him.
You see how the blitzes were so perfect?
Loved it, bro.
Those
Kyler
blitzes
Murray
were glorious.
They were. I was like, what? I was saying to myself, what team is this? What team?
This looked like a playoff team, man. They looked like they were trying to win the playoffs right there. Like it was completely different.
Mike,
energy,
bro. Imagine we play like we did today against Lamar Jackson in week 3. 4th and 19 never happens. I mean, what do you think is the reason for this? You think they just needed time to gel?
Yeah.
You think that's what you think?
I think when it comes, I think the defense has been playing well. This has been playing well. Like every week, they're just getting better and better. But offensively, I think the Craig Reynolds and Josh Reynolds rap,
love it,
has made Jared Goff comfortable. And like we said, we've been saying, if you could just have any sort of offense, this team can win. And not only that, like everything, like the special teams, the field goals being made.
Hey, Riley Patterson, keeper.
Yeah, we got
Riley
kicker.
Patterson.
We ain't drafting no kicker now.
Yeah.
Riley Patterson's this dude's automatic, man. Like I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for a bad kick, and it's never happening. Like I'm like, you expect it, but I think this offensive line, first off, again, has been absolutely dominant. And when you can run the football, play action works. We've seen it.
Yeah.
Play action to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Play action to Jessica Binda. The play action is working, man.
Yeah.
And Jared Goff just looks different. Like his passes are on target. Like he's throwing. He threw that. Was that about 30-yard pass with 20-some seconds left in the half for a touchdown?
Yeah.
It was precise, man. It was a window throw.
Absolutely.
It looked like Stafford again.
Yeah.
We've now said that now a couple weeks in a row. It looked like Stafford-esque type of throws. That's what you need, man.
Yeah, I think this was huge, man. It was huge for Jared Goff. It was huge for the city. It was huge for the players. And I'm wondering now, like, okay, so you had the Minnesota Vikings, that fan base was ripping them up after they lost to the Lions. Everybody's like, the one thing you said is, you know, we're in games, and everybody's like, you know, kudos to Detroit. They finally got a win.
Yeah.
Today's win was a mighty victory. Like, I'm not going to take anything away from this team. Dan Campbell calling some good plays. Jared Goff played his best game of the season. 2 turnovers and 1 interception in the last 4 games. That's huge, bro. I am so proud of this team right now, because the narrative, is it going to be about how the Cardinals have fallen off, or is it going to be, wait a minute, this Detroit Lions team, man, they got something going here?
I think there's both those narratives going. I was looking at the comments just on highlights, and a lot of people that are not Lions fans, it was just NFL highlights, and they're like, this team is much better than their record. Like, everyone's giving respect because they're seeing them fight, man. Like, to be fighting like this when you're a 1-win team and you got 4 weeks, I mean, they could easily packed it up.
Yeah.
This players could have easily packed it up, but Dan Campbell and this coaching staff has kept them fighting, and they were just bullying. Man, I'm so proud.
Like,
you know, this is how you change a culture, folks.
Absolutely.
I don't care about no draft pick. I want you to win fight every single game. I would love for the Lions to go 3-0. Cares about no draft pick. I don't care about no draft. That's how you change, is win. And if these players start to believe, like, man, we can win, it's over with. You think the confidence they're going to come into next year, it's going to be like, yeah, we bullied a 10-win team, and we had half our starters not even in the game. Look out. We
playing with Breeze. We had Breeze, and I'm like, who is this? Who's this dude?
This is I've been preaching this. And this is something that everybody said, like, don't you wish Matthew Stafford was still here? No. I'm going to tell you why. We have been a finesse team for the last freaking 12 years. Finesse, pass. I want a physical, brutal, punch-you-in-the-mouth football team. And we're running the football, we're punching people in the mouth, and we're playing strong defense. Exactly what we need with Detroit. Yeah, we sucked in a lot of this games, but now we're starting to take the identity of this team, man. And that's a physical football team. Look out next year. If they play down the stretch like they did today, they could still lose games. But if they still fight like this, look out when they got talent.
Absolutely.
Look out, man.
Hey, Mike, this is huge, bro, because 3 weeks ago, we're talking about potential 0-16-1. Has Dan Campbell lost the locker room? Blah, 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 all this and all that. The dude gets his first win. We saw that the team was still behind him. Comes out, kind of lays a dud last week, but, you know, we're like, we got our win. This today dominated the Arizona Cardinals, who until Monday against the Rams were the #1 team in the NFL.
Undefeated on the road.
Undefeated. Jared Goff, Mike, 8-1 against the Arizona Cardinals in his career.
He has their soul, man.
He does. Even with our Detroit Lions. And I wanted to ask you, Mike, I said this during the broadcast. Dan Campbell has been saying all year that these guys, you know, I believe in these guys. And we had Trashman, we had the Water Boy, and they put the hurting on the Arizona Cardinals, who weren't as banged up as, you know, they were missing D-Hop, but they had Christian Kirk. I mean, this says a lot. Like you said, we get talent. Hey, the sky is
over
limit, bro.
with. And we're so banged up. Like, I don't even know who's on the roster, half of them, but they're playing. They're playing lights out.
I don't know who Breeze is. Like, I have no idea. Who's Breeze?
This coaching staff is getting this is something that Patricia was terrible at, okay? He could get nothing out of his talent. This coaching staff is getting 110% out of these players. 110%. Like, they're getting everything. They're literally squeezing. They're getting lemonade out of a turd. Not even out of lemons. A lemonade out of a turd.
But that turd was extra fresh today because they was balling. And I'm just Harris. I mean, dude was everywhere. Kyler Murray, you would have thought that we had the #1 defense. The way we had this guy running for his life. I mean, the one play he did make, he's running backwards. He changes direction twice, throws it off his back foot, a play only Kyler Murray can make, and that's why he was the #1 pick. Outside of that, we had this dude every time and dead to rights. I mean, I'm not sure Hopkins helps that much. The way that the defense was coming after this guy, man, held him to 12 points, man. 12 points
was glorious. The defenders opening up the holes, so the linebacker get in there and make the hit was glorious. That was the best I think I've seen. This is even in 2014. This was one of the best games I've seen from a defensive standpoint, scheme-wise, and how they went against this team. I've seen. They had the number of Kyler Murray. I mean, they just couldn't. Kyler Murray in this offense couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They just could. And I'm watching him run back 10, 15 yards. Yeah. I'm just like, my God. And he just couldn't get out of it. It was glorious. And this is what I want to see.
Yeah.
Defense.
We were making tackles too. I mean, we missed a few, but I mean, dude was not escaping anyone. And no. I love this today, man. Jalen Reeves-Maybin, like I said, Charles Harris, like, what is going on here? What's happening?
Harris, got to resign him. Got to resign him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give him a 3-year deal. Resign Harris. Pair him up. If we do have the second pick, it'll probably be Aiden or Kayvon Thibodeau. You get Romeo back.
No, I did not. I did not see. Somebody said, did I see what Baltimore looks like they're about an extra point away from tying this game up. Wow.
I was just watching that on Red Zone.
So, you know what? The thing about today, Mike, is I'm so proud of the team for not laying down, man. Like, you know, I hate tanking. I hate losing on purpose. I don't see how you can lose to win. I don't think that makes any sense. We've seen first overall picks. We've seen you have to draft right. And that's what me, you, and Raw Detroit have been saying. It's not where you draft, more of how you draft. So they still have an opportunity with Kayvon or Hutch. Now, for me, I love this win because I think that Thibodeau has a good chance to still go first. If he does, we're sitting there right now at #2, and then we have no choice. But and I know you want Kyle Hamilton, but
yeah, say we win more. Okay,
absolutely.
We move back to 5 or 6, and Kyle Hamilton's sitting there, the biggest steal of the draft.
There it is.
I'm telling you right now, that's why I don't care if we win about draft.
What? So the Ravens, Harbaugh needs to be fired. They just did this last week. I don't understand.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago. Why did they do this? Wow.
He should be fired, man.
Without Lamar? What are you doing? Oh, wow. Okay. Steve-O says Hamilton is a great player. Raw Detroit says I would take Hamilton in a heartbeat.
Best player in the draft. He is the best player in this year's draft that no one's talking about besides us.
Yeah, y'all, because y'all are nobody's
6'4", 220-pound multi-dimensional safety. Okay, you pair him up with Tracy Walker, Amani Oruwariye, Jerry Jacobs, and Jeffrey Okudah if he does come back, depending.
Glad you mentioned his name.
This is one nasty. I tell you what, and I tell you what, if Aaron Glenn can't fix Okudah, then no one can. So
yeah,
just FYI.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what,
be a nasty secondary.
Nasty. Okudah is on he on bus watch. He's on bus watch to me.
No doubt. He is. Yep.
Yeah. Amani O, 3rd year. Everybody was saying in the 2019 draft, this kid's a steal, 5th round pick, should have went in the 2nd. Now he's playing like that 2nd round pick. I mean, dude, what does he have, Mike? Six interceptions, something like that. I mean, to me,
Amani's a beast, man.
Amani is dogging, bro. He's got to be better.
Amani is a wolf.
He has to tackle. He has to learn how to tackle, though. He tackles, would be good.
He's a werewolf, man. This dude's in his 3rd year.
3rd year.
And he's just getting better. He's a werewolf, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's going to come in next year because it usually takes about 3 years for a corner to really come in there. This is his 3rd year. And we're talking about the people around Amani is talent-wise. They're not good. But yet he's taking on number ones.
Yeah.
Like he's dominating.
And, I mean, hanging in there, bro. Like I mean, when you have a 5th round pick, who was one of the good things that Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia did, versus a number 3 overall. This guy has been hurt 2 years in a row, and he's on the bus bubble. And you got to come back. We had Jerry Jacobs outperforming him. Now we've got Amani, balling over there. So
come on, man. I'm going to say this, man. Chris Harris at cornerback's out playing him right now.
Wow.
That's saying a lot, man.
That's saying a lot.
That's literally like, it's the truth, though.
I like this comment right here, Mike. What you think it is? What's the future for Igwebuike?
The future for him, I could see him on the practice squad next year, not on the football team.
I think
you can be fast, in which I love. You can have that speed, but if you fumble the ball, doesn't matter what you do.
I don't know.
We've seen that with how many times we had that, man. Fumbula.
Yeah, Amir, he's still doing it too. He's not doing it as much, but he still will give it up in a minute.
Fumbula.
Yeah.
So
I think here's what I think. I don't know what the practice squad rules are, but I can see Reynolds staying. Dude put up 100+ today.
Gotta stay.
I could see him staying while Igwebuike goes and gets demoted.
That's what I'm saying. Igwebuike, Craig Reynolds deserves to be. Look, man, I made a controversial comment, and I don't care. I'm going to stick with it. Craig Reynolds is the best running back on this team. Don't care if it's controversial. He may not be the fastest. He may not be the shiftiest or the swiftiest, but all around, he is very patient. He reads. You can't tackle him with the first guy. Remember, we got hit in the backfield. I think it was 3rd down. And he turns out, goes to the outside, and gets a massive first down.
Yes, he did. I was there for that one. I was there. He reminds me a little bit of like he got a little Le'Veon Bell hesitation in him.
Bell.
But he has power, and that's something Le'Veon every time he got the ball, man. And what I love about Craig is he's making the most of his opportunity. I really think he narrowly missed out on that number 3 because Jamar came out and just, but you're talking about this guy was on the couch like before the preseason began. Watching Netflix, whereas we drafted Jamar, and Jamar had a whole offseason with the team. So I could see, man. Now, I don't know what the word is of Williams when he can come back, but Mike, I like that statement, man. I think Swift obviously is going to be number 1, but I think you got to look at Craig Reynolds as a number 3 now.
I would make Craig Reynolds number 1. I know it's controversial.
That's very controversial.
Every time this dude touches the ball, he's going forward. He's hitting the holes. He's patient. He's got that cut. Did you see that cut?
I saw it.
See that cut where the guy hit him. He stops and just goes for like 20 yards. Sorry, man. I like Craig Reynolds. I like him number 1. And I don't care. A lot of people could say Swift. I don't really care.
Well,
I've seen Craig Reynolds now from preseason to every game he's been in, and all he has done is stayed healthy and produced.
Yep. Yeah. The only game, like I said, that 3rd preseason game, I think it was between him and Jamar, and Jamar just outperformed him. I mean, it was like Craig just couldn't catch a break that day. And, but I kind of love that though, Mike, because the dude said on the sideline, on the practice squad, we cut him. We had to re-sign him. I tell you what, he won't make it to a practice squad again because somebody.
No, he'll be a Detroit line. He's going to get re-signed.
He'll get
re-signed. You know what? Swift is hurt a lot. He's been hurt year 1. Now, year 2.
Steve O agrees with that sentiment. Says, I think Reynolds is more consistent than Swift at getting positive yards. I think Swift is he's a little fragile. He's just a little, when he touches the ball. Swift is a dog, but Craig Reynolds is, I think, a different breed of dog. He's got some thickness to him. He's got that elusiveness, but a little power as well. But he's not going to break away from you. We saw that as well. But
I love Swift. I do. Yeah. But as I'm watching, I feel Craig Reynolds is the best overall. He's not the best at one thing. He's not the biggest breakaway speed or the great, but he's all around good. All around really good. And I will take that. I don't need to have, if he's given the ball, I'm convinced he's going to get yards. He's going to go forward. He's going to get it. He's not going to be taken down by the first guy. That makes me happy. With this offensive line, you're going to get 5 yards. That's what he
You
did.
know what, Mike? You know what? Swift. You know what he is? Reynolds is a mixture of Williams and Swift. That's like the perfect.
Yes.
You've got he's like if both of them melted together, because he can be elusive. Whereas I don't think Jamal is coming like a locomotive. When he gets that ball, he's going to come. But he doesn't. Man, this is going to be enticing these last 3 games. I think Igwebuike is probably fighting for a spot now. Jamar Jefferson, what's going on with him? He's not being used.
He was nicked up last week.
Okay.
With an ankle injury, and I think they're just giving him a certain amount of carries today, as well as, again, I think Reynolds is doing so good that how can you take the ball away from him?
You can't.
And I think for the next 3 games, what I would do is I'd put Swift on IR, let him heal up.
I agree.
I would let Reynolds take majority of the snaps and Jamar Jefferson be the backup. That's what I would do.
Today. He did today. He took
And I wouldn't play Godwin.
Really?
Not right now. Not with the turnovers. 3 turnovers in 2 games. Now defensive coordinators and defensive coaches are telling everybody, when this guy Godwin Igwebuike has the football, you can punch it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Can Reynolds catch out the backfield? I think he can, but he's not a Swift. But in my opinion, they're not using, and this ain't no disrespect, John. When Swift is in the ball game, Mike, have you seen that with Swift being out, the play calling has changed? Have you seen that? Yes. Instead of those little dump off passes, because we know Swift is a dog out the backfield receiving, you're handing the ball off to run.
Yeah.
Get Traylon Burke, says Raw Detroit, or Drake London in the draft, and a speedy receiver. It's over. Speaking of receivers, what do you think of Khalif Raymond, man? You think he makes a reappearance next year?
I don't think he makes – well, maybe as like a 6th. But if you're looking at right now, you got Josh Reynolds, who I think they will re-sign.
They better.
Not a big-time contract, but he'll get re-signed. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be here. Quinta Cephas is going to be here. Those guys are going to be here.
Yes.
The Detroit Lions, I think, will sign a free agent like a Micah Gallup. Again, I've been saying this since last year. They're going to sign a wide receiver like Michael Gallup, and they go into the draft, and they're going to draft a big one like a Traylon Burks, Drake London, if God loves us, and Jameson Williams fell to the Lions, something like that. But I think that's how it's going to be. And then they'll leave us with one more running back on the team. Who would they go with? Well, I think Khalif Raymond could fight for that spot, but I keep forgetting this dude's name. He's some new wide receiver that popped up last week, and he played in this week. He's done pretty well again. Just don't even know.
Wide receiver?
Yeah, I keep forgetting his name because he was new last week. He got elevated to the practice squad, and I keep seeing his name, but I'm like, I think it was
Zylstra?
Yeah, Zylstra.
Yeah, he had 1 catch, 16 yards.
Yeah. He made a big catch. So
he did make a big catch, absolutely. Yeah, no TJ, no Swift. I mean, we're talking about, I just can't even put it into words, bro. I can't put it into words. Oh, my goodness, we forgot about this. Benson will stay on the team.
Trinity Benson's not going to be a Detroit
Mike,
Lion.
I agree, man, because if they eat this trade, then that
Zylstra is playing. Who this dude, we didn't even know who he was, over at Trinity Benson, who he traded for. He's not going to make the team.
Okay, but what I'm saying, Mike, is you give up a 5th and a 7th, you get a guy in return. That's a failed trade. That's a terrible trade. Or do you think that Brad and Dan are ready to admit defeat in this situation?
They've done it all year long. I mean, look at them. We released Brashard Perryman. We just released players that we just signed. We signed the 2 wide receivers before the season start. Brashard Perryman didn't make the roster. And then we released the other wide receiver from the Raiders.
Williams. Yeah.
So they admit defeat. In which, look, it sucks that you made this trade, terrible trade, but I would rather somebody admit defeat and cut their ties than hold on to their problem, like a Urban Meyer.
Yeah, well, shout out to Shad, man, because he got rid of him. But my thing, though, Mike, is they gave up draft capital, and specifically in this year's draft. I know we get a pick next year, but you gave up a 5th and a 7th for this guy. You get rid of him? I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that's where I kind of disagree, because it's like you gave up capital for a guy that you don't even play. So if you get rid of him, you literally gave up 2 picks. You gave away 2 picks in a rebuilding year. Which is
it's just like the same thing. Say we, not last year, but the year before, we drafted the defensive tackle. I forget some of these.
Is it
Cornell? We drafted
Cornell
before him PJ Johnson. They didn't even make the team, man. PJ Johnson, we drafted this dude who's a 7th round draft pick. He didn't make the team. And again. PJ Johnson, we draft this guy, he doesn't make the team.
I mean, but that you're talking about a Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia guy at this point. And we don't have many stars from them.
How many times have players that got drafted don't make a team?
A lot.
There you go. Maybe Trinity Benson on the practice squad, but look, man, I'm all about having the best 53. I could care less where you're at, man. I just want the best 53.
I think that happens, Mike. I think that's more likely with Trinity being demoted to a practice squad guy. I didn't know he was injured. He's hurt. I didn't know he was hurt.
Who?
Benson, because Matthew said he can beat out a receiver when healthy.
Yeah, his ego is hurt. That's for sure.
David says we need a number 1, but Reynolds and Amon-Ra can be number 2s.
Yeah.
And we got Cephas.
They're clearly. Imagine if the Detroit Lions went and which I do think though, they get a Michael Gallup and then they get a Drake London. You're talking about Amon-Ra and Josh Reynolds up there in the position of 2s and 3s, and then you get his offense is much better. Like
it is, man. But thank you. You can thank me. Made a video. I think Mike, you were saying I made a video about a no-brainer bringing Josh. Somebody said,
yeah, we did.
Somebody said Josh Reynolds. Well, okay, all right. I just can't even.
Someone said Josh Reynolds is trash.
That's hilarious to me.
Well,
Absolutely
you better
hilarious.
roll up that Reynolds wrap and throw that idea in the trash.
Might have to give me a Reynolds jersey. I need a discounted.
Well, what's good about it is you if one of the guys goes, you're still lucky with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Donnell says we're going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. Says, guys, you guys are building something. Y'all have heart. You know what? That's a big deal. But we need, yes, Brian in the building says, I know your son, Cop Boy. That's what's up, Brian. One of his Discord friends. Now you see what his dad does all the time. Says Shooting Star says a Cowboys fan, congrats on the win. That's what's up. Okay, Jason, are you any relation to Josh, or did you change your name? Says, would you guys trade Hawk while we can before we pay him too much, Mike?
I'm not in the business. Look, every player I feel has a trade value, but I just don't think it'd be smart at this point. We got the cap. Like this is the thing. It's not like we're cash or cap strapped at all. We got the cap. We can go ahead and re-sign him perfectly fine. I'm not worried about it.
I don't want to do it. This guy is Darren Waller, Kittle, Kelsey. We have a guy who can do that. If he has somebody to take the attention off him, which we will have next year, I'm not giving him up. Not right now. I'm not going to give him. I'd rather repay him if he.
And guess what? We don't have to pay him this off season. They could maybe we are sucking again. And then they could trade him for the trade deadline if you don't want to pay him. But next year, we don't have to pay him anyway. So
you know what? That's the problem, Mike. Stop not wanting to pay people. Give Calvin his money. Give TJ his money if he earns it. And let's build something, bro. We can build.
No problem with that. It's okay to, especially when you have the money. This is not the Sue Stafford, Calvin Johnson era.
Facts.
We have money, and especially after this year, we really it's going to be the Indianapolis Colts type of money where you're just like $100 million. Like it's not a big deal.
Okay. Steve O says the Lions should try to hold on to Evan Brown. That's the center, right? We
definitely should. Good.
I mean, he's playing well. He's playing well, man.
Outstanding, man. Played outstanding. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold on to him though. He's probably, man. I mean, I would love to, but other teams are going to look at this guy and maybe try to get him on their football team.
Why would we trade Trey Flowers? What you mean Trey Flowers? We're gonna cut bait with him, man.
Trade Flowers because Trey Flowers is useless for this team.
Yeah, Trey is trash, man. He is the biggest letdown.
Giant contract. Who would you rather have right now? If you could re-sign somebody, say if they're both, there was no money. Who would you take, Charles Harris or Trey Flowers?
Charles Harris all day.
Charles Harris.
Yeah.
Who would you take, Romeo Okwara or Trey Flowers?
Romeo.
Julian Okwara or Trey Flowers?
Anybody but Trey. Trey has one move. It's a stiff arm to the face, and he's got to stay healthy.
Doesn't deserve his contract.
No, he doesn't. But that's, again, Matt Patricia gave up a 6th-round conditional for Everson Griffin, who, hope he gets better, but he's not even going to play the rest of the year. So this team was desperate. But Mike, as we wrap it up, bro, how do you feel now, man? We have 3 games left. We beat one of the best teams in the National Football League. 4 days ago, they were the best team in the National Football League. We got the Falcons, the Seahawks, the Packers. Packers looks like they're going to be playing for something, maybe that first seed. Man, how do you feel about these last 3 games?
My prediction went right. Now I got lucky because I said between 2 and 6 wins, predominantly 2 and 5. My prediction's right. I feel justified there. Thank God.
Hey, Mike, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I was worried when this season started, looking like a clown. I feel the same way I felt in 2010. And that when we started winning those games and DeAndre Levy did that pick 6 for the Miami Dolphins, and you could see this team starting to turn, and it was like, ooh, I think there's something happening here, folks. I feel like that right now. In 2010, Aaron Rodgers won't be in the division. Who knows what's going on with the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings? Probably firing their coaches.
Yep.
Could the Lions legitimately go from worst to first? I'm not going to say it can't happen.
Yeah, that's a legitimate question. We'll be in a rebuild, but somebody made a great point, Mike, and said Aaron Rodgers pretty much has it made in the North. Why leave? And Aaron Rodgers, I actually believe that. I think he is a smoke and mirrors. He's going to be a Green Bay Packer. I hope he's not. I mean, now I hope he's not, because the Lions would have, because Mike Zimmer will be fired without a playoff appearance. Matt Nagy is gone because they're not going to make the playoffs. Dan Campbell's going to be in his 2nd year, and the Green Bay Packers are going to lose Aaron Rodgers. That we see what Jordan Love is capable of.
You know what? I don't even hope they trade Aaron Rodgers, because if they trade him, they're going to get like 3 first-round picks for
he can walk.
Who's going to be 38 years old. No, he can get traded.
He can get traded, really?
Yes, he can get traded.
I did not know that.
He just made. I think he made it available for him to trade this offseason. So
he's contractually committed to the Green Bay Packers
for another year.
He ain't going nowhere.
But he's made it known where he can get traded. This is to where if he wants to get traded, he'll get out of there. That's what they've talked about. They redid that contract. So
he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
You know what? Do you want the Green Bay Packers to get 3 freaking first-round picks and maybe a couple second-round picks?
No, I did. That's why I said he ain't going nowhere. But he's a diva, bro. He wants attention. Just like today, I saw him with a face mask on. Anyway. I want to go down that road, but he's not. He did what he wanted to do. If you think about it, Mike, the entire offseason and the season has been about Aaron Rodgers. The whole thing, bro. From I want to leave. No, I don't. I'm going to stay. Let's do the last dance. Now I'm immunized. Now he's just a drama king, bro. All he wants
to be
is
the quarterback for Urban Meyer.
And Urban Meyer is unemployed.
You get Brown, the wide receiver.
It took me a minute. Yeah, Brown's still clinging on to a team, but they're going to cut him, man. They are going to cut him. Mike, I think we can beat Atlanta next week. Matt Ryan is terrible. It's time for him to go. He's stiff as a board.
Good.
We got to watch out for Gage. Gage is a beast. We got to watch out for Pitts. I don't know who's covering him. He's also a absolute stud.
Offensive line's got our defensive line's going to have fun though, because their offensive line is cheeks.
Yeah. Because they was just, hey, good morning, just letting everybody come in. So we can, you know what, Mike? I think this was big for the city, for the team, for the coach, for the players, just for everybody, man. Lions Nation Unite, shout out. Threw that in there. And
yep. Go ahead and also subscribe to Kaniva from D12. He's got a YouTube channel, D12 Kaniva. Also go on his Twitter at D12 Kaniva and his Twitch, man.
What does he do over there on his YouTube channel? Is it rapping stuff?
He does rap music, and he does video game live streaming.
Okay.
So go ahead and just tell MicroMike sent you.
That's what's up. Shout out to Kaniva and the D12, man. That's what's up, man. So with that being said, Lions crushed the Arizona Cardinals, who are now 10-4. Just real quick, Mike, we helped out Matthew Stafford. I hate to say it, But Matthew Stafford, remember he said he was rooting for us? I bet you he was rooting for us today, because now with the win Tuesday, guess who's in first place of the AFC West?
Man, look, I've never rooted for Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game, but if the Rams win the West, I hope when they do go to Green Bay, they get shellacked.
Well, I saw it today. Right now, the Atlanta Falcons the LA Rams would be playing on the road the Arizona Cardinals. So that's how it would be right now.
That'd be let's go, man.
But anyway, you guys have been awesome. Post game happened anyway. Hollywood, I'm done, bro, with that wig. If you want to see why I did the other game, go ahead and check it out. I will be live in about 10 minutes for the night game. Mike, appreciate you, bro. Go Lions. Congratulations to the 2-11-1 Detroit Lions. We'll see you next week. Peace.